Hello and welcome to Bosh TV. My name's Ian, this is Henry. Hello! And today we are going to be cooking something from our brand spanking new book which comes out in September. The book is called Speedy Bosh. Why? Because everything in there is super speedy to make. And the thing that we're making for you is particularly speedy. It's a full-blown bolognese. It's called the Super Speedy Spaghetti Bolognese. It's kind of difficult to say, but it's really easy to cook and it is an absolute delight to eat. This is a very, very nice dish, probably like a spaghetti that you've never seen before, so let's just crack on.
Hold on a minute, 20 minutes for spaghetti bolognese?
Well, like 20, 22 minutes, I reckon you've got it, man. It's all good.
I'm going to be timing you.
Ooh. Yeah, and you can time us too. Also, another thing, if you just check Henry's ear here now. Who's there? Tell them.
So I have producer Kathy in my ear. She is with you on both Facebook and YouTube, and she's going to be checking your comments. So as we're cooking along, if you've got any questions, pop them in there. She'll read out the best ones. And now it's time to Ian to get on with it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So if you're cooking along with us, which many of you have been doing, which we greatly appreciate, the first thing you're going to need to do is put your spaghetti on to cook. Now I've got some water boiling and I'm going to get my spaghetti now. Okay, so just to show you how much we've got, this is 400 grams, average around about 100 grams per person, or more if needs be.
There we go, look at that.
There we go, there it is. That is, and also notice the colour of it. This is wholemeal pasta because it is just that little bit tastier and a lot healthier. So this is going into the water for about 12 minutes.
And whole grain is a great choice if you have it, because it's just that little bit higher in fibre, slightly lower GI as well, glycemic index, and that just means it's like a little bit kinder for your body to digest. So if you have got whole grain pasta, go for it, or like brown pasta, or even they've got all these like quirky pastas now, like red lentil pasta. I think I saw spelt pasta. There was definitely buckwheat pasta. So, you know, play around with your pastas.
So this is a nice trick. Hey Siri, set timer for 10 minutes.
Your timer is set for 10 minutes.
Other apps are available.
Other apps are available, but like I tell you something, having a little timer in your pocket is a very good thing. It means that you don't have to have one of those awkward egg timers. Anyway, enough about timers, let's crack on and make some bolognese sauce. This is a blender, and in that blender is going to go this carrot. Now, I've chopped this carrot into a couple of pieces. Boom. Carrot number one goes in, and the bowl goes over here. And we're going to pulse that carrot. Now the reason why that's in there on its own is because it's quite dense and it needs a little bit of time on its own just to pulse nicely. So just right, so not too much, just a little bit. So that is kind of pulsed, it's not completely pulsed, so it's exactly where we want it. Next up, we have a chopped piece of celery. I'm going to go in to the bowl. Boom. Nice.
Smooth.
So smooth, darling.
So smooth today.
Right, lid goes back on, and same again, pulse. Bang, 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 bang. Boom. So it's chopped up a little bit, it's not completely obliterated. We're going to obliterate it, don't you worry, but the reason why is because if you did it all at once, things wouldn't cut properly. So the next thing we're going to pop in is 4 vegan sausages. Yeah, check these bad boys.
Hold on a minute, you're putting sausages in the blender?
I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're all thinking, isn't it?
I mean, come on, like, if you've been with Bosh for a while, which we hope you have been, you'll have seen us do some crazy things. And blending sausages is definitely within our repertoire of madness. So, and also, I think it's way worth us saying, look at how sausagey these sausages are. There is absolutely no need nowadays for you to nyam down on meat. These are as meaty as they come. So I'm going to pop these clean into the blender. One. I'm just going to have to unstick them. And, oh, boom. There we go. Nice.
Nice. Smooth.
Yeah, and I like those sausages as well because they look like, you know, those, like they've got loads of herbs and spices in there, so it's good. Now I'm just going to do that again. We've been doing this is the 3rd time we're going to pulse. And you could probably use some like textured vegetable protein, or you could use some vegan burgers obviously, and that's a pretty interesting sort of texture that we've formed there. Now we're going to hit it with some flavour, okay, and that is what we're all about. So I've got 4 bowls here, They all contain lots of lovely flavour. Okay.
So this is kind of like just fast forwarding through chopping the onions, chopping the carrot, chopping the celery, chopping all of that stuff, and kind of browning the mince.
Yeah. And so do you know what? If you didn't have one of these, you could quite easily grate the carrot and grate the celery and mash up the sausages with the back of a fork. So if you don't have a food processor, we recommend you get one because they're great, but if you don't, you can rush it through. So what we've got here now is some tomato puree. That's going to give some really nice kind of tomatoey depth to the dish, because as you well know, we're making a bolognese. Now here we've got some fresh thyme. Now I would have preferred to get some sage, but unfortunately there wasn't any sage available, so thyme will have to do. And
thyme doesn't exist.
Thyme doesn't exist.
Thyme is a human-made concept that really has no meaning in the molecular level.
We were watching the Albert Einstein thing on Netflix last night. It's class. So this is a garlic clove. I'm just going to pop that in there as well. Boom. Just a little one though. You don't want it too garlicky. And this stuff here. Oh my goodness gracious. Wonderful.
Can I just ask a favour?
Yes.
Sorry about this, guys. I know we're live. Can you do that garlic again?
Yeah.
I missed it.
No worries.
We're trying to get the video, and you know, I missed that one because I lost Kathy in my ear. Okay. Guys, if you have just tuned in, this is Bosh Live. Ian's cooking super speedy spag bol. It's a 20-minute spag bol, and 20-ish. And Kathy, producer Kathy, is in our ear. So if you've got any questions, do whack them in there, and we'll do a Q&A toward the end of the recipe.
Nice. And here we go. That's garlic Mark II. That's in nicely. And then we've got these lovely little buggers. We've got fennel seeds. Boom, look at them. Amazing sort of aniseed taste, I don't know. Aniseed, would that be a thing?
It's a word, but you made it a word.
Yeah, well, no, it wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. On goes the lid, and we're going to blitz this bad boy up. Boom, boom. Just to blend all the flavours in together, get all the textures perfect, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're looking for. That looks distinctly like mincemeat. So if we go top cam, and top, here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up, and we're going to go up and out, because this is a live Bosh video.
Nice.
Okay, put that to one side, and what we're left with is this.
Lovely.
Boom. So there we are. So that is the texture thing that we need. And now the blending is done, so I'm going to move this bad boy away, and we're going to bring the oven into play, or the cooker into play.
A note for any of you who are watching, you should definitely use defrosted vegan sausages for this. So do give them that time to defrost in advance of making this. I mean, to be honest, you know what I will often do if I want to use like a Beyond Burger or a Little Carne or whatever. Richmond are the good ones now.
They're pretty good.
But I will often actually just use the microwave to cheat it a little bit. It's probably not great advice from a health standpoint, but you can kind of speed it up a little bit with the microwave, as long as you just make sure that you get that sausage absolutely piping hot after that, to make sure it's fully defrosted and is fully piping hot. So defrosted sausages, definitely yes. And if you have just tuned in, this is Bosh Live. I'm Henry, he's Ian.
Hello.
And we are making super speedy spag bol. This is a hacked together vegan plant-based spaghetti bolognese that you can cook in 20 minutes. It's from our book, Speedy Bosh, and that's not out yet, but it will be out in September. It's like delicious, boshy recipes, but all in 20 minutes or less. So if you want to grab a copy of that, there'll be a link in the comments on YouTube and Facebook. And now it looks like we're ready to get back to cooking.
Yes, we are. We are ready. I'm just getting the pan up to heat. If you check the down camera, there we are. We've got our pan now. And the first thing we're going to need in that pan is a little bit of olive oil. There's
Hold on. Give me side cam, bro.
3,
side cam.
2. Oh, hang on. Right, my bad. I'll get that sorted out. My bad.
Well, I mean, there's both of us. We're both a team.
Yeah, this is true.
Give us a bit more height on top, maybe. Or like width, maybe. Anyway, so do you want to get on cooking?
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
You'll get it.
If you do have any questions, pop them in the comments. We've got producer Kathy in our ears, and we'll either get to them as they come, or we'll get to them towards the end of the video.
Cool. Right then. First up, olive oil into the pan. There we go. I reckon there's probably roughly 2 tablespoons, maybe a little less than that. And then what we just made earlier, this is going into the pan as well. So I'm going to pop this in. Okay. Boom, look at that. It's proper sausage mince.
Wow.
It's good now, real good.
Wow. So that is basically a kind of
It's a vegan mince.
Sofrito plus mince mix.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I suppose so. So now check this out, guys. Look at this. So what you'll see here is it's quite bulky. It's on the orange side, and what we want to do is we want to cook this down until a little bit of the moisture is dissipated into the air, and it's got a lot darker in colour. Now this will take you about 4 minutes or so. So what we're going to do, by the magic of television, is we're going to swap this pan out, and we're going to give you a new one that's actually completely ready. But you carry on cooking.
And hopefully you are cooking along at home or cooking along after the effect. So if you are, just carry on, maybe pause the video at that point and restart in 4 minutes time, which is now.
And look at this. So this is what you're looking for, right? As you can see, that's exactly the same thing that was happened before, but the moisture's gone, it's dried out a bit, and now I've got the pan is still on, the cooker is still on, so what we're going to do now is add some more flavour, yeah? Boom. Right, so this is basically the home, like we're looking at the home run. First up, we've got a bit of balsamic vinegar. This is the good stuff. It's nice and thick, it's super sweet, but you don't have to use this. You can just use like the more cheap stuff, which is just as good for acidity. That's in. Secondly, we've got soy sauce, which is going to add a little bit of saltiness, lots of depth, and colour, because we want this to look and feel like a bolognese. Next up, this is a funny one. But it works so well. This is nutritional yeast, and it's going to give it like a really kind of well-rounded, savoury note. Then, this one for sweetness and more tomatoiness. This is tomato ketchup. I was reading somewhere that apparently tomato ketchup, by gram, has got more sugar in it than Coca-Cola.
Oh, really?
Mental.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely bonkers. Right, so this is another curveball for you. This is half an orange, and this is for acidity, and again, a little bit more sweetness. You might think it's weird, but trust me, it works ridiculously well. And out of all the recipes in our brand new book, I think this is one of my faves. I'm very pleased with the way it turned out.
Wow, so orange is going in.
Orange for acidity. Now we've got some chopped tomatoes. We always go for the cheap stuff because that's what we're like. You can take the boys out of Sheffield, but you cannot take the Sheffield out of the boys. Right, and last but not least, for infinitely good quality flavour, this is a bay leaf and this is a cinnamon stick. Cinnamon stick in first.
I can't believe it.
I
missed the cinnamon stick because I was giving it the joke too.
Right, so let's go. I'll take it out.
Again,
3, 2, cinnamon stick and boosh. And next one we've got bay leaf, bang. And now
beautiful.
We are going to turn this all round, okay? We're going to turn it round nicely and look at that. That just looks like a bolognese sauce. Okay, and for you guys at home, I would strongly recommend that you simmer this down just for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, let all of those flavours come together really nicely, and let that cinnamon stick and that bay leaf kind of bleed their flavours into the rest of the dish. Now, I don't know if you can hear, but my phone is going off, and the reason why my phone is going off in my pocket is because our pasta is probably almost ready.
I was thinking it was your mum, Shirley Theasby, calling in again
loves a chat.
to give us some tips.
Here we go.
Hi Shirley, hope you're watching,
Woo.
hope you're good. So look at that, I mean it's like, what is it, 6:15, that's 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're going great.
We're at 15 minutes and we've got something that pretty much resembles a spaghetti bolognese. We fast forwarded past about 4 minutes of sauteing down that sofrito sausage mix. But actually, this has been pretty much real time. So that is a proper speedy recipe. And in that Speedy Bosh book, we have literally gone to town on simplifying and shortening and hacking our standard tasty Bosh fare to make it really fast for you all. Because you know, sometimes we all need to cook quickly. We don't always have like an hour or 2 hours to make a lasagna or whatever. Sometimes you've got to hack it together fast. So this is a really cool recipe for that.
Yeah, we've been always, from day one, always been about plant-based food for everyone. And one of the bits of feedback that we've had from people in the past is that they love our recipes, but sometimes they take a little bit too long, or maybe they're a little bit too involved. So we thought we'd address that problem by writing recipes that are just really quick and answer that question of what can I eat on a Wednesday night when I've just come home from work and it's a little bit too late. 20 minutes. You can rustle up something beautiful.
Absolutely.
So what we've got here, if we just take a look at the plan once more time, it's like you can smell it. All of the flavours are coming together really, really nicely. It's very meaty, very, very meaty. Which is the best camera to show this? There. I'm going to come this way so you guys can see that. Oh. Can you see? Is it going to?
Is it going to? I don't
No,
know.
I'm going to go top cam.
Top cam.
Look at how
It'll take a minute. There
meaty
we go.
that is. It is really wonderful, wonderful sauce. And now I'm going to turn the pan off because it's up to speed. You can tell by the smell that it's there, it's ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in the wholemeal pasta that's completely ready into the pan. So you ready? Here, 3, 2, 1, and let's do this. Right, we're going to pour that in nice and slow. Okay. It's important to have a little bit of moisture still on the pasta, and if I had saved some pasta water I'd probably put some in now, but I didn't. So what we're going to do is quickly fold that flavour, that wonderful sauce through that pasta. Look at that.
Of course, some people would prefer the technique at this stage of spaghetti bolognese to have the spaghetti with the sauce on top.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, it's quite classic, isn't it, that way?
My parents do that.
Yeah.
And
but then you have to mix it in yourself anyway. So this way you're kind of saving them the job.
That's right, yeah. And you need a big pan. You need a big pan. You need a good spoon. You need a nice folding action. Not too quick, not too slow. And check this out. Look at it. It's like every strand of that pasta is just getting a little bit of helping of that wonderful sauce. So good. Look at that.
Oh, mate.
How good is that? Right, cool.
I'm excited to eat this.
I'm excited to eat this too. So basically, I'm going to give it a couple more folds. There's one. And that sort of, the build-up of that lovely meaty sauce that's on the side needs to just be in the middle of it all. Look at that. Yeah. Come on. My dizzy days. Yeah, this is good stuff. Right, so that is good. So now what we're going to do, that's perfect now. Okay, for the video, I'm going to get these tongs out. So check these tongs. So this is a really nice implement to have to hand because it's the perfect thing to get the pasta out of the bowl. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in.
Top cam?
Yeah, you can go top cam, yeah. You're good to go top cam. And then we go like this. And then if you go side, I'm going to spin. I'm going to spin. And we're going to carry on spinning. Okay, and then we're going to pull up like so. I'm going to bring across. Boom. So for the purpose of the video, that's now perfect because what we're going to do is show you the next scene, and the next scene is going to be the bowl with a little bit of rocket. That's going to go in there. The fork's going to go in. We're going to be ready. And we're going to start eating. Then we're going to answer some questions. So if you've got any questions, ask producer Kathy.
Very excited about eating this. If you have just tuned in, this is Bosh Live. I'm Henry. Ian's cooking. I'm doing the buttons for our live video today, and we're making the super meaty spag bol. Super tasty, and we have got Kathy in our ear who's giving us your questions. So Kathy, I mean, we might have a moment now for a question.
Yes.
Do we?
Yeah, no. I think we're not but minutes away. Not even minutes. We're like seconds away. Just let me get this camera sorted out.
Okay, cool. So we have a question. Do we have a favourite sausage brand, and do we have a sausage recipe? Good question. Two good questions. I'll answer them quick time. So number one, favourite sausage brand. I wouldn't say that we have one, but we have a few. Beyond sausage is absolutely incredible. It's quite expensive though.
It's very expensive.
There are Richmond sausages who they now do a vegan one. That's incredible. They're kind of Cumberland one. Our buddy Derek Sarno at Tesco does some wicked sausages too. His Cumberland sausages, and of course classic Linda's. Like they're all right as long as you cook them with some oil and get that kind of flavour into them. And the ones that we got today, we've used today, a Meatless Farm. Meatless Farm? Meatless Farm, that's
yeah.
The other supermarket.
Yeah. So that was actually from the most expensive supermarket on the face of the planet.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it's not the only ones they had, but there we go. Right, so we're going to go back down to the side cam, if you just check that out. Here we go, look at that. So we've got a little bit of rocket in there. That wasn't on the recipe list. If you've got some green leaves, go and pop them in the bowl because it sort of takes the edge off the meatiness of the bolognese. Right, so this is coming in. 3, 2, 1, and... Right, so that's good. So now I'm going to go a little bit more. I think a little bit more because you know what, I'm a hungry man.
Yes, me too, mate.
I'm a hungry. Do you know what? Oh,
where's mine? Where's mine?
Yeah, yours is coming. We got yours coming as well. Right, and not only are Henry and I hungry, but we're pretty hairy right now. Which is look at the barnet, man. What's going on? Barbers, please come back. Quarantine is not being kind to the head. Right, check it out. 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Good.
So that, you could just finish there, but there's, I think a little sprinkle of nutritional yeast would go a long way here, but it's all the way over there and I don't want to screw the camera up, so I think what we should do is dig in.
I have to interject.
Yes.
Do you remember we were filming yesterday, and some of you may remember we were talking about things that we say all the time.
Oh yeah.
Ian always says 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1, and
And I always say now. So if you were watching yesterday, you remember that. And thank you for the person who commented that. And then also, dude, regarding Parmesan, there have been a few comments about our favourite vegan Parmesan.
I've got some vegan Parmesan in the fridge. Should we show them?
Yeah, because it's been messaged. I think it makes sense. Also, for the person who asked about, do we have a sausage recipe, a Bosch sausage recipe? We do. It's in our book, Bish Bash Bosh. And I think it's called the Big Bosh Bangers, something like that. But also, if you go on bosh.tv and search for bangers or sausages, you'll find some recipes on there free of charge, so you don't have to buy the book. We appreciate if you do, but we're happy if you don't too. Bosh.tv.
Okay, so
we're Parmesan
on the
what
top.
You got? Top.
There we
Toppers.
go. That's what we've got. As you can see, it's not even open, and because I've got it in my hand now, I'm going to put it on there. Yeah.
Is that like a free brand deal?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure our managers will be telling us.
They'll be like, don't do that, don't. But it's honest, it's true. Like
we haven't been paid by BioLife to do that. That just happened to be an image.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to open that up, and then what we're going to do is just to finish off this lovely end shot for Kat. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, that one.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Yeah. Bit of a
It
weird
kind of
one.
smells a bit like off coconut milk.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that coconutty flavour, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. Right then, I'm gonna grate some of this on. So side cap. Look at that.
That would be great.
That would be great. It's the greatest. Oh, look at that, eh? Bloody hell, amazing.
Beautiful.
Right. So, do you want to taste this?
Before we taste it, quick shout out to Francesca and Emma, who are watching this, and they are how old, Kathy? 7 and 15. Francesca and Emma, 7 years old, 15 years old, for watching this. Thank you for hanging out with us. You're both superstars. From me.
And from me, yes, you are both superstars. And if you were here with us, we'd share this lovely dish with you, but you're not, so you'll have to cook it at home.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? If only we could. But we can't. But before we get into the tasting, let's give you a few quick messages. First of all, if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. Hit like, hit that little notification bell, because we're cooking live every night, and then we get to hang out every night, right, Ian?
Yes, right. And also another message we've got for you is this dish, as you've heard already, is from our brand new cookbook, Speedy Bosh, which is available to pre-order right now. There should be a link in the box below.
We could share the good news, which is that we have decided as a team that we're going to be doing lives definitely next week and potentially throughout May as well. So we've come almost through April. It's time to do more lives. We hope you are all grateful for that. We've really enjoyed hanging out with you, haven't we?
We have definitely enjoyed hanging out with you. It's amazing. And next week, right, this is protein week, by the way, and if you're wondering where the protein is coming from, it's coming from those vegan sausages, which are jam-packed full of protein. Next week is cake week, right? So next week is going to be a really good week, and there is a reason for that, but we can't say too much just yet.
Exciting things coming. Right, let's get to tasting.
Yes, I have a fork. You have a fork now.
Hey!
Right. But before we actually taste, we just need that last end shot, okay? So I'm going to put this in. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. I said it again.
Yeah, see, told you. Nice.
No, it's a little bit sticky because it's been sat there for a bit.
Good work.
Okay, I'm just going to eat that now because it's big.
Get it in your gob. That looks good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope it tastes as good as it looks.
Oh,
that looks absolutely incredible.
It's really tasty.
Yeah?
Yeah. No.
Tasting notes?
Alright, so in a perfect world, we would let it simmer down a little bit longer so for everything to come together. But as it stands, the sweetness and the acidity from that orange is perfect.
Nice.
The sort of like aromatic tones from that fennel seed is incredible, and it just tastes super duper meaty because of the sausage.
Well, I've got to go in.
Yeah, man, get in.
You're selling it to me, mate.
It's very good. It's very good. I mean, who doesn't like a big bowl of spaghetti
I mean, I've got a massive piece there.
Well,
am I going to successfully eat this on camera?
yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah. It's going to be good. So, guys, yeah. Oh, man. Ooh, it is good, honestly. You won't regret having such a huge mouthful. There it is again. The lovely bowl of pasta. I think. No.
Wow. Wow, that is spectacular, mate. Good work.
It's a goodie. It's a good one.
For the 20-minute pasta that is, it tastes like it's been simmering away. Those flavours have been developing. You certainly can't tell it's plant-based because you've got that wicked sausage in there. Do you know what I like best? It's the fennel.
Yeah.
The addition of fennel is a kind of cheeky little Italian herb that you wouldn't normally get in a dish like this, and it's absolutely surprising and delightful at the same time.
Do you know what else is surprising?
What's that?
And actually quite delightful. I'm wearing a white t-shirt, and it has remained completely white.
Well done.
Boom!
Good skills. Right, we have got 2 minutes left for a housemate taste test, while Ian has another bit of spaghetti. Are there any housemates nearby?
Sorry guys, I hope you don't mind.
Ian's going in again, so we'll just carry on eating this while we wait for the housemates.
Like,
Don't eat it all.
come on!
They're saying not to eat it all, but Ian's going in. I'm going in too.
I'm going.
Better be quick, man. This is going. Go on, Kathy. In terms of, we just had a question from Kathy about can you get the new book, Speedy Bosh, in different languages, i.e. Dutch? You will be able to, but it's going to take a bit of time to translate it, so you have to wait a little bit long past September. So yes, but it's probably a 2021 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Welcome, Darren. Come on in.
Thank you.
Come on in.
I thought you told me not to have big mouthfuls on
Yeah,
the
but
show.
I told you, because then I could have the big mouthfuls. Go for it.
Going into
Yeah,
this
man,
one?
go on in.
Okay. I love spaghetti.
Is there any forks?
Yeah, I'm just getting one now.
Here you go.
Hello, everyone.
Good. Hello, welcome,
Hello,
MJ, fiance.
hello.
Before you ask,
Fiancé.
we live together. We're all social distancing together. Quasar. We're in Quasar, aren't we? What do you reckon,
Quasar
Darren?
crew.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Am I eating
Delicious.
this bit or that bit?
Whatever you like.
What is the
All of
meat?
it.
Oh, well, it's vegan sausage. So yeah, we
Oh,
put the
which
vegan
one?
sausage in the blender and blend it up with some carrot and some celery. Got there, man.
Delicious.
Good, isn't it?
Absolutely banging.
Not too
I'm gonna have
bad,
another
you know.
bit.
Are
That's
we
a,
allowed to ask what sausages?
Yeah, we use Meatless Farm, so you can get them from a couple of the major supermarkets here.
I'm going
It's
back
good,
in.
Get in there, man.
So delicious.
That is surprising me.
It took
Yeah.
no time at all.
Yeah, it's super quickie.
Super quick.
Super quick.
I'm going to be honest, I think it looks quite plain.
What?
Because I don't. This is what it
Where's
is,
the
but
mic?
What I mean is, it's so tasty. It's got so much flavour.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect that from what it looks like.
It's good, isn't it? So what you're saying
So
is it's good.
Yeah.
It just tastes better than it looks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well-
it's quite sweet. Why is it sweet?
Orange.
Orange. It's
Wow.
sweet because of the orange.
Little.
Good. Okay.
Bag
Perfect.
one.
You liked it. You.
Yeah.
Kind of backhand compliment.
It's massive compliment. I'd
Okay,
say
good.
I think-
it looks like a 5, tastes like a 12.
Yeah, I think this is like perfect lunchtime meal because you said super quick to make.
You can whip that
Full of
up
carbs as well, which
There you go.
give me energy to get me through the day.
easy. Yeah. Perfect. Well,
Perfect.
there we go. The housemates
job,
have
boys.
given it a big old thumbs up, and we hope that you will too.
All of more.
That's it. Thank you for hanging out with us, guys. Do subscribe if you're not already. The book links will be in the comments. And yeah, this has been fun. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Tomorrow is salad niçoise. Henry's going to be cooking up. It's a super healthy, delicious dish, packed full of protein. This is Protein Week, and we shall see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST. Bye.
That was nice.
Let's tuck in.
Intro!